A very blissful good morning to everyone present here, my viewers, my students. As I started the topic, very important topic of grammar, that is tense. Tense, affirmative sentence. I just described it very well, the first type of sentence. Now I am going to describe the second sentence, negative, after it, interrogative, and then interrogative negative sentence. Tense, as I defined that tense is a period of time. When we talk about tense, we talk about time, whether in the past, present, or future. Then I divided tense into three kinds, as it is very simple: present tense, past tense, and future tense. After it, I told you that each and every tense has four types. First, we will talk about present tense, simple present tense or present indefinite tense, present continuous tense or present progressive tense or present imperfect tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous tense. Then we will talk about past tense, simple past tense or past indefinite tense, past continuous tense or past progressive tense or past imperfect tense, past perfect tense, and past perfect continuous tense. Then we will talk about future tense, simple future tense or future indefinite tense, future continuous tense or future progressive tense or future imperfect tense, future perfect tense, and future perfect continuous tense. Then I told you that each and every tense has four sentences: affirmative sentence, negative sentence, interrogative sentence, interrogative negative sentence. So four types of sentences in one tense. Three tenses, tense, then three kinds, then after it, each one has four types. It means 12 tenses. Now 12 tenses have each one four sentences. It means overall 48 sentences. And we started the number one sentence, affirmative sentence, in the last video. Now I am going to start the second one, that is negative sentence. And negative sentence has two parts, my dear students, my dear viewers, my dear learners, my dear friends. You have to understand that negative sentence has two parts. First part is simple one, that is do not, that is does not and do not. With the singular subjects we use do not. With singular subjects, with singular subjects we use does not, and with the plural subject we use do not. After it, one part is also present, and that is use of never. Use of never. But here I am going to start the first part of the negative sentence, and I am not dealing with the use of never here. After it, second part of the video of negative sentence will be there when I will discuss the use of never. Let's start this video, negative sentence. We will divide as usual, as like just as affirmative sentence, singular subjects and plural subjects. With the singular subjects, I told the major singular subjects, he, she, it, this, that, one name. etc. also I have written, because you can add like my friend, my father, my sister, my brother, each and everyone, each boy, like this. Everyone. Such type of sentences you can use with all these extra singular subjects. But major I have written here. Then format, what will be format? Singular subject plus does not plus V1 plus object plus CTC. आप इसको ध्यान से देखें. सिंगुलर सब्जेक्ट्स को आप इतना याद कर लीजिए, ही सेड दिस दैट वन नेम. आप तुरंत सेंटेंस बनाते जाइए. और ये सिंगुलर सब्जेक्ट है. आपको मैंने बताया था सिंगुलर सब्जेक्ट के साथ हमेशा सिंगुलर वर्ब लगेगा और प्लूरल सब्जेक्ट के साथ प्लूरल वर्ब लगेगा. यहाँ पर इस तरह का कोई अफर्मेटिव वाला प्रॉब्लम नहीं है कि आपको एस या एस यूज करना है. इसमें कोई एस या एस यूज नहीं करना है. वी डू नॉट हैव टू ऐड एस और एस. वेरी सिंपली वी हैव टू ऐड singular subject plus does not plus V1 plus object plus etc. It means where you find all these subjects, you have to add does not. For example, he doesn't go to market. This is V1. Does not will be there because it is singular subject. And then she doesn't listen to others. She, singular subject, then does not, then listen, it's a V1. You have not to add V5 here. You have to keep in the mind. Whether in the singular subject or the plural subject, there is no problem, because we have to add only V1. We have not to use here V5. That's why concept is very clear that negative sentence we don't have to go, we are not forced to think about V5 form. It's only it is the only problem in affirmative sentence. So here I have written very clearly, this child doesn't cry, that player doesn't play, Rishabh doesn't tell a lie, like this. You will find such types of sentences very easy. Only you have to understand what is singular subject and what is plural subject. Accordingly, you have to use does not and do not. With a singular subject, we have used does not. Before moving forward for the plural subjects, I really appreciate the contribution of my students who have given me a lot of help, support, and a lot of assistance for the comfort of the video. As you get this video very useful, my students are working very hard, and in this sweating season, that is when it's rotten summer, and it's very torturing sometimes. So my students work hard, and they are working hard currently also for such videos. So I'm really thankful for my students Shaurya, Meher, uh, uh, Naman, Rishabh, and Divyansu. My such students, Ashutosh. So such students, they are really helping me a lot, and many students they helped me in the past. Shubh also, and my so many students are there that I can never forget them, their contribution. So countless students. Without the support of my students, I would have not uh, done very well. I'm very thankful, and I pray for their success, for their prosperity, for their health, everything. My students' life will be shining bright in the future. I pray for them. So now we are moving towards plural subjects here. So second one is the plural subject. You find that I, we, you, they, these, those, more than one name. Like last video, as I told you, as I described in the affirmative sentence, with the plural subjects and etc. I have written. Other plural subjects might be there, my brothers, my sisters, like this, and my friends. So you can add many plural subjects, but major I have written according to my research as I have done. Then format will be plural subject plus do not plus v1 plus object plus etc. Here is also it is very simple that you have to use do not. Now examples what will be there, that I do not copy others. Yes, I plural subject, here do not I have written. They plural subject, then do not I have written. Perform well, and we do not disturb others. Do not plus v1. You do not mind your business. These players do not play hockey. These students do not study regularly, and Rishabh and Naman do not tell a lie. So all these plural subjects have one thing in common. They have do not in the sentences, and you have to keep in the mind. And all the singular subjects, they have one thing in common. They have doesn't in the sentence. So you have to keep this only in the mind, and there is no confusion at all. So very simple, in the very simple way you can move forward. My dear viewers, मैं आपसे ये कहना चाहूँगा कि आप टेंसेस को बहुत ही इत्मीनान से पढ़िए और इस शांति के साथ बहुत ही अच्छे से, और आप लिख के पढ़िए। अगर आपको प्रॉब्लम होता है कि आपको चीज़ें याद नहीं होती हैं जल्दी, तो आप मेरे कहने के अनुसार दो काम करिए। आप बोल बोल के धीरे धीरे बोल बोल के पढ़िए, इससे आपका कंसंट्रेशन बढ़ेगा। अगर मान लीजिए कोई अगल बगल है और आप बोल के पढ़ते हैं, उसको डिस्टर्ब होता है, तो आप क्या कर सकते हैं, आप लिख के पढ़ना शुरू करिए। फ्रांसिस बेकन was a very famous Renaissance. He was born in 1561, died in 1626, and he has written a very famous essay of studies. In the very famous essay, he has quoted that writing makes a man exact. So if you want exactness in your personality, you must depend on writing well. So you believe in writing, whatever you read, just write it, and write it repeatedly. Please, I request you. So you have to keep in the mind that writing is very important. In order to memorize so many things, you need to write so many things. So you try to write, prepare one notebook, fair notebook, rough notebook, have a lot of practice, and then your study of tenses will be a kind of very easy task for you, and it will not never create problem for you. So my listeners, आप बहुत मेहनत करिए, अच्छे से चीज़ों को समझिए, और इसके आगे की वीडियो में मैं चर्चा करूंगा, मैं डिस्कस करूंगा यूज ऑफ नेवर का, क्योंकि आपको बताया मैंने नेगेटिव सेंटेंस का ये पार्ट 1 वीडियो है, जिसमें मैंने सिंगुलर सब्जेक्ट के साथ डज नॉट और प्लूरल सब्जेक्ट के साथ डू नॉट यूज किया है। लेकिन इसमें एक और वीडियो बनेगा जो यूज ऑफ नेवर का हम बताएंगे, वो भी सिंगुलर सब्जेक्ट्स और प्लूरल सब्जेक्ट्स में डिवाइडेड होगा, और तब हम इंटरोगेटिव सेंटेंस की तरफ बढ़ेंगे। टिल देन, हैव अ नाइस डे, गुड बाय, थैंक यू एवरीवन। Thank you.